Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video now. Welcome to the A.J.T channel if you are new. Shout out some legends, man. Before we go any further, we're going to shout out the likes of Carl Carr. We're going to shout out the likes of Jamie Lysett and Liam Prosser. Thank you all for supporting the channel, man. Drop the likes on the video, obviously subscribe to the channel. And overall supporting me. And all you other legends out there that I haven't said shout out to, don't you worry, man. I'll get to you eventually. Just leave it down below if you want to shout out, and I'll shout you out in the next video. But yeah, you guys, thank you for coming over to the video. Thank you for checking out the video. And yeah, more importantly, I've got the notes, as always, next to me. And this video is the top 5 worst Borough signings, / players that I didn't really like or didn't really rate at Middlesbrough. Yeah, I got 5 in front of me. I'll be honest with you, it only took me around 10 minutes to pick these names up. It wasn't very difficult. I then went and researched a bit on these players, for obviously after their career. Obviously after their career moved on from Middlesbrough. And it's fair to say a few of these retired. Like, a few of these went to other clubs and the clubs didn't like them. So, why Middlesbrough signed them? We will never know. But we will get to the top one. And the top one that I'm going to pick is Afonso Alves. Now, this guy came, and it said on Wikipedia he came for around 20 million euros. Now, if that's like just over £12 million, is what we heard. He came from Deliever. He scored like 45 goals and 39 appearances for Deliever. Came to Middlesbrough, and he got the amazing record of 42 appearances, 10 goals. Well done, Afonso. Well done, my friend. You managed to score 10 goals and 42 appearances over here in England. Yeah, fair to say, he wasn't the greatest striker we've ever had at the club. Yeah, he came on 31st of January 2008. And I'll always remember the opportunity that he missed at Aston Villa away. When we had the shot and he came back to him and he put it wide. And I'm not joking, he was inside the 6-yard box. And he put it wide the post. So that's when I thought to myself, why are you wearing a Middlesbrough shirt? Why are you our striker? Like, you're the guy that has to go get us the goals and you can't score from 6 yards out. Don't get me wrong, he scored a hat-trick against Man City on the final day. He scored 2 against Man United. But apart from that, you can't really say the guy was fantastic. Afonso Alves, yeah, he wasn't the best of players, but I think it's on Wikipedia, it's pretty much retired now. He isn't doing anything. He hasn't gone back to Brazil to coach a team. He's probably just still sat there, just wondering what to do because, yeah, like I say, man, Borough got rid of him, and yeah, he wasn't the greatest of players. So, unlucky Afonso. Jeez, whoever just beeped at me. But yeah, the next one down is Deliever. Yeah, Deliever was one of them players that frustrated the life out of me when I was very, very young watching him. Because he came to us in 2003. And at that point, I was only like 9-year-old. And I was still watching thinking, you aren't a very good player. I don't like you in a Middlesbrough shirt. And a few Borough fans didn't like him. So I thought to myself, well, you know what I mean? At least some people agree with me. But he came from Celta Vigo in 2003. He had a short loan spell, to be fair. Then he signed for us fully. I don't know what made him want to sign. But this guy had 79 appearances and he never scored a goal. Apart from one in the cup game. He scored one in the cup game, which I went to. And he scored past Notts County to make it 1-1 because we were losing to Notts County at the time. And when he scored it, I thought, well done, Deliever. Maybe now Borough fans actually see a proper good midfielder in him. It wasn't to be. Like I say, man, he left us. Now he coaches a team out in Brazil. So good luck to him out there. But yeah, Deliever, certainly never going to be a club legend. He wasn't the greatest midfielder we've ever had at Middlesbrough. Yeah, Deliever. Next one. Now this guy was the captain of the B side for Bayern Munich. Again, I didn't even rate him before he came to Middlesbrough. Like, I seen him play for the Bayern Munich B side. And I was thinking to people, I was telling people, listen, he isn't a great player. If he was fantastic, he'd be captain in the first team. He wouldn't be in the B team. I played some B team level at school. Trust me now, the players that he played in the B team aren't the best players. This guy was a captain. So it shows you how good the players were around him. He came, and to be fair, he started against Hull City in 2011 when Borough beat him 4-2. Bearing in mind that he gave away the first goal to make it 1-0 to him, Borough had to come back and obviously win the game. But I was in that stand and I was thinking, oh, great, Maximilian Haas. Maximilian's a great name, but that's his name, Maximilian Haas. And he played, and he came out, and he got warmed up and all that crazy stuff. Anyway, the ball came to him at right back. And I felt a bit sorry for him because the guy went to lift the ball off the floor. He said he had a shot straight to the centre forward's chest and he put it straight in the back of the net. And I was thinking, wow. Wow, this guy's at right back for us. Bearing in mind for him, he only ever played 2 games with us, so he played that game, and then he played against QPR as well later on in the season when Borough got beat 3-0, and yeah, that was the last we seen of Maximilian Haas. He left, and then he was released, Borough actually released him. Great signing there by another Borough again, but yeah, I had to say my game for Bayern Munich as I'm just reading that back, but yeah, in 2011, 2 appearances. The next one I've got This one got a bit of stick, this guy, especially when he was in goal for us in the Premier League. No, it's not Victor Valdez, it's Brad Guzan. This guy came down with a relegated Aston Villa side. A lot of Borough fans questioned why we had signed him. Was it to do with experience? Because he already played in the Premier League? Whatever it was, it didn't pay out for Middlesbrough because when he signed for us, he wasn't great. Let's be honest, he wasn't fantastic. Yeah, like I say, man, Brad Guzan arrived in 2016 from Aston Villa. He made 9 appearances. I forgot he made more, but he made 9 appearances. And every single game he played, I'm pretty sure he conceded in every single game he played in. I'll always remember just daft games like, obviously Arsenal at home, and I know that's not the best one to pick, but the Alexis Sanchez free kick was dead centre of the D, and he just stood in goal. He didn't bother diving for it. I mean, it's not like the ball's going to come straight at you, Brad. You're going to have to go either way, mate. He never, and like I say, I know against Southampton he was very hostile, you know what I mean? The guy got a bit of stick. But I mean, the guy wasn't a great goalkeeper. Now he plays over in Atlanta, I think. Plays for Atlanta. I don't know the last name of the teams. I don't really follow Atlanta, to be honest with you. But yeah, plays in the MLS. 9 appearances for Middlesbrough. Brad Guzan. Sorry, maybe he weren't the best goalkeeper we've ever had at the club. And the last one, a lot of you may not know who he is. A lot of you may have forgot about who he was. Mohamed Shawky. Yeah, Mohamed Shawky. I remember this guy. He played in the derby game, Borough v Newcastle, when Newcastle beat us 3-1. And I remember he had a shot and he went like pretty much into Rowe's head. Like the last kick of the game, and he kicked off of himself. And I'm thinking, Mohamed, mate, it ain't working out for you, this, mate. There's the exit door. Get yourself down it because you know what I mean. You can't be doing that. You get me moving 3-1 down, and he put it into Rowe's head from the edge of the box. I'm thinking, you're just not the guy that we need in our midfield. You're just not the person we need. Like I say, man, he came from Al Halal. He came from Al Ali, if that's how you pronounce it. He made 18 appearances, never scored. He came for just under £1 million on a 3-year deal. He left Middlesbrough. He went back to the Malaysian League. Anyway, like I say, man, as soon as he went to Malaysian League, they didn't like him. He lasted the season there. They got rid of him. Went back up to the Egyptian Premier League to where he came from before he came to Borough. Got sold by a couple of teams in there, and then he ended up playing back for the same team that he left, which was Al Ali. And then I think he just went and retired. And again, he hasn't done anything since his footballing career. I found out that he actually went to Blackpool after Middlesbrough. So Mohamed had a little trip around England. Didn't like the seaside. Obviously tried both seaside towns. Didn't like either of them. And then he went back up to Egypt. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this has been my top 5 Middlesbrough worst player signings. I say, man, what's the title going to be? Something along them lines. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed this video, something new, something I've never done. But I say, man, the next one will obviously be my top 5 best Borough signings. And trust me now, there's a lot to pick from in that one. There's a lot of great players. So if I don't pick one of the 5 that you think it is, I apologise. I say, man, if you've got any players that you didn't like at Middlesbrough, or obviously if you've got a different 5, leave it in the comment section down below. And even if you don't support Middlesbrough and you support someone else around the world, let me know who's your top 5 worst players that ever played for your team. Comment down below, like and subscribe as always. And yeah, you legends, I'll catch you tomorrow for day 10 of uploading on the row. So like I say, man, this is the 9th video in a row when I'm making these videos because I love doing YouTube and I love bringing out the content for all you guys on a daily basis. So you guys take care and I'll see you again soon. Up the Borough!